I'm going to type and say, and send it.
Okay, let's try this again.
Sure, what would you like me to try again?
Anything you want.
Hey guys, welcome to Daily Tech. I've got a Pixel 6a here, and if you've got a Pixel 6a, it should be an exciting device based on what it can offer and the price point. So here are the first things you will need to do to get the best out of this device. Adaptive sound improves sound quality from your phone speaker. It uses the microphone to assess the acoustics near you, then adjust the sound equalizer settings for your environment. Now, this is not just words, it does actually work. The only way you'll be able to tell it to turn this on, listen to something and then turn it off, and you will notice there is a difference. So the way to turn this on would be to go into your settings, look for sound and vibration, scroll down and you will see adaptive sound, hit it and you can toggle it on. Depending on your region, call screening might not be automatically turned on. Call screen allows Google Assistant to answer your phone calls and provide a transcript of your call in real time, which you can respond to. So right now I don't have call screening turned on. I'm going to ring my device. As you can see right now, I don't have an option to accept this call with the Google Assistant. So this is what we're trying to change. So we can get Google Assistant to accept the call and then record a transcript of the call, and we're able to communicate with the other person on the other line without actually speaking into the phone. So let's get call screening sorted out. What you will need to do would be to go into your phone app, to come here and tap these three dots, hit the settings, and right here under assistive, you can see call screen. I'm gonna turn that on, and as you can see, it says download the language updates to finish setting up call screen. So I'm going to continue. Tap on it to allow you download. Come on. And it says download English UK update, which is about 200 meg of data. So I'm gonna download it. So right here, call screen has finished downloading. Now that's done, let's try another call.
Hi, the person you've reached is using a screening service from Google and will get a transcript of this call. Go ahead and say why you're calling.
Sure.
Do you need to get a hold of them urgently?
Yes, it is very urgent.
They can't talk right now, but try calling them back later. Thanks, and goodbye.
As you can see, the call screening works. For people with speech and hearing impairment, you can type your responses during a call, which will be read out to the other party. It's just like call screening, but call screening happens before the call. You can use live caption to do this during the call. So let's go to caption call. So I'm going to tap on this to caption the call, and I'm going to mute this and put this on speaker so you can hear what's going on. So whatever caption you see here is what you can hear through this device here. So let me tap on mute here, and there is nothing you can hear anymore. Okay, so since I want to communicate with this person on the other line, I'm going to type and say, and send it.
Okay, let's try this again.
Sure, what would you like me to try again?
Anything you want.
As the conversation continues, these options here continue to change. So it's not static, it changes based on your conversation. It was something else. At the moment I said, thank you so much, I'll talk to you later, it changed to sounds good, talk to you soon. So to show you that again, I'm going to put in something, say, can we meet tomorrow at 7 p.m. and let's see if this conversation changes. Can we meet up tomorrow at 7 p.m.? You see that? It has changed. So this is a very useful feature to have. To toggle on live caption for calls, what you need to do would be to go into your settings and come down to accessibility. Right here, scroll down, we're looking for live caption. Okay, so that's live caption there, and right here you scroll down and you see type responses during calls. And once you toggle that on, every time a call comes in or you make a call, you're able to use your keyboard to communicate with the person on the other side. The next thing you will need to do will be to take control of your power button, because when this device comes, the Google Assistant is paired with the power button. And if this is not something you're used to, it can be a little bit jarring as you tap in the power button to do what you need to do, which is turn off the device or restart your device, but instead it keeps pulling up the Google Assistant, and then you'd have to press on the power button and the volume up button to toggle on to access your power button. So what you need to do will be to go into settings. We're going to look for systems. Okay, where are you? There we go, systems. Look for gestures. And once you're in gestures, you see this area here, press and hold power button. So it says press and hold power button to toggle on assistant. So if I do that now, I can turn it off, and now I have my power button back. While we're here, what I will need you to do would be to go back one step, because we're still in the gestures settings, and right here you'll be able to see a few things which would be interesting for you. So if you're using other devices, like my other devices, I use the swipe from the side to activate Google Assistant, but on this device it does not come automatically set up. So if that is what you wanted, what you could do in this gestures area here, you could tap on system navigation, and this gesture navigation button here, you can tap on the settings icon and then tap on swipe to invoke assistant, and this way now once you do it, you're able to pull up Google Assistant. And if this is not what you want, you always know how to turn it off. Now I'm going to go back one more step. We're still in this system navigation. If by choice you would like to go back to your 3 buttons layout, then this is the area to get your 3 button layout. So I tapped on it and you get your icon back, and that's about it. But I prefer my gesture settings, so I'm going to leave that as gestures and go back out one more time. Pixel 6a allows you to double tap the back of your device to activate certain features. So for me, what I've done is I've decided to use the back of my device to activate Google Assistant, because this is a smaller device. So hey, more options, right? But you don't have to use it to activate Google Assistant. You can use it to activate various other things. So what you will need to do would be to go into settings again, go to systems, go to gestures, which is right here where we are, and then you can see quick tap to start actions. And right here you can use quick tap to take a screenshot, access your digital assistant, play or pause media, and if you wanted, so whichever app you see this cogwheel around there, you're able to do something internal with the tap button. And if you've got a case and because of the case it's not registering, you can always tap to require stronger taps, but I'm not using case on this device, so I don't really need it to be that strong, so I'll leave it as it is. There we go. So I'm going to show you something, and you're probably thinking, why has he got a giant ass battery widget on his home screen? Does he not have eyes to see the battery icon on there? This giant ass battery serves a purpose for me. Right now, it's not really serving my purpose, but the moment I connect it to my Galaxy buds right here, this becomes useful to me, which is why I've left it this way. Connecting. There we go, connected. And here we have it. So right now, you can see it shows Pixel 6a 82%, my left Pixel buds is 95%, and my right Pixel buds is 98%. Let's see if expanding it will make much difference. No, it doesn't. So I'm going to press and hold, jump into widgets, and I'm going to scroll down. So we're looking for settings services. This is settings services, one widget. And once you press and hold, you pull it right here, it appears right there. Now, for some of you, having this battery icon is of no use to you. You want to see the battery percentage showing there. For me, I prefer to have it this way, so I'm not always looking for the battery percentage to see if I'm getting out of a battery. But you could swipe down this way to show you your battery percentage. But if that doesn't do it for you and you wanted your percentage to be showing here all the time, what you will need to do will be to go into settings, look for battery right there, and right here you see battery percentage and 81%. If you're communicating with someone who uses a different language and this might be a barrier, all you have to do is download that language onto your device and Live Translate can get working. Now what Live Translate does is when a message comes in, it can automatically translate that message on your device. So let's try it out. So I'm going to send a message to this device and you can see how Live Translate works. So we've got this device as message that's coming in French and it says translates to English. Okay, so tap on it and it says, hi everyone, don't forget to subscribe. As you can see, it came in French, but it's now being translated to English. And if you wanted to do more, you could tap on this arrow here and it says automatically translate to French. So this way, every time a text comes in that is in French, it will automatically translate it to English. And you could go into more settings, and if there is another language you would like to download to get, so that every time a message comes in, then you can then communicate with that person, you could then use this to download the language. As you can see, there are quite a few languages here. Now the other good thing about this is you can actually type to the person in French, even though I don't know how to speak French. So let's try it. It says translate your replies to French. So this way the other person does not have to go through Google Translate if they don't need to. So translate to French, not now, or yes I'm in. So yes I'm in. Then I'll say thank you so much for your time. Okay, thank you so much for your time. And right here we see merci beaucoup and it continues, and all I have to do is send and the message comes into the other device that way. Now, if you wanted to hand your phone out to someone else to do something, or if you've got kids and you don't want them exiting whatever app you've put in play for them, you can actually pin that app. But the thing here is, if you get your Pixel 6a, app pinning is not automatically activated. So if you tapped on here, you can see it says app info, split top, pause app, but there is no app pinning there for you to use. So the best way to get this done would be to go into settings again, security, we're going to look for security. We're going to look for advanced settings. There we go. And we're going to turn on app pinning. And you can ask for pin before unpinning. So if the person does figure out a way to escape the pinned environment, they would have to put in your pin to escape it. And once you do that, now you see I can pin the device. App is pinned. This keeps it in view until you unpin. Swipe up and hold to unpin. So when you pin the device, someone who's tech savvy might know that swiping up and holding will unpin the device. So when they do that, it will request a pin, which they won't have because, you know, they don't have your pin or should not have your pin. When you're using your phone, sometimes your carrier network might be terrible. The other best option would be to route your calls using your Wi-Fi, which is to use Wi-Fi calling. But on this device here, they don't really make it easy for you to find. So one of the ways to find Wi-Fi calling would be to go into your settings again, would be to go into network, go into eSIMs, scroll down here and toggle on Wi-Fi calling. But before you do that, do make sure you check with your carrier to ensure that Wi-Fi calling is free. For me it is, so I'm happy to rock it. When you're using your Pixel device, one of the things Google has done is try to make checking your device security a little bit easier. So if you were to jump into settings and you scroll down to security, where are you? There we go. If you tap on it, it gives you this score, and now it's telling me security may be at risk. Now I know this is nothing to me because this is just a warning for something I cannot solve. Now it says update this device. This device hasn't had a security update in 90 days. But when you tap on check and you check for update, there is no update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss that and get it out of the way because I know there's nothing I can do about it. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the fingerprint sensor. We know that the fingerprint sensor is not as good as the others, right? So the other way to improve your fingerprint sensor, or the rate at which it recognizes your fingerprint, is to add a few more fingerprints to it. And if you were to, and I believe the fingerprint only allows you to add 4 right, to add 4 fingerprints, which will mean 2 for maybe your right thumb and 2 for your left thumb. But what if you could get more from that? So right here I've got so for fingerprints, we know the fingerprint sensor on the Pixel devices are not really that good. So there is a way to maybe make accessing your device with your fingerprint a little bit easier, and that would be to go into your settings, right? And let's go for security, and right here it says fingerprint unlock. I'm going to tap on fingerprint unlock, and as you can see it says 2 fingerprints, right? If I was to delete this fingerprint here, now it should only allow me to use 1 fingerprint to access my device. But let's look at this. 1 fingerprint, the other fingerprint, accessing. So the way to do this is to go into fingerprint, tap on add fingerprint, then I'm going to touch and use it. Has to be the same finger, right? So on adjacent hands, you're allowed to register up to 4 fingerprints. So instead of registering 2 thumbs and 2 thumbs here, you can then register it this way. Technically, which is what it is, because you're able to use this finger and use this finger to access, it means you're not able to register your thumbs 4 times. And all that means is your device gets to open a little bit faster. Hopefully this video has put a lot of things in perspective and given you enough information to fit in with what you want to do with it. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, guys. Do remember to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications, as it does really help, and I'll catch you in the next one.